everyone, it's Emily from Sweetbox Paperie. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to this channel because I try to post every weekend. Let's get on with this video. So for last week's spread, I used this Spring Kittens Weekly kit in the Erin Condren Vertical, and I learned so much from doing it the second week in a row. I really turned it into more of a gratitude journal. I loved that process, and I just think it turned out really, really cute, and I learned a lot. So if you want to check out this video, make sure you see it in the info box below, so you can see the whole series. So there's a playlist too, you can go click on that. For this week's spread, it was voted upon by the Facebook group, so if you haven't joined our Facebook group, make sure you do so. But I'm using Ancient Knowledge, which is a kit designed for the Erin Condren Vertical, but you're going to see me alter it and cut it to make it fit for the Erin Condren Horizontal Planner, which I've never used before. I also wanted to experiment with some washi tape this week. I'm using some thinner washi tape that's pink and gold that I thought looked really pretty with the kit, and I'm using a Micron 3-point pen because I noticed that this pen doesn't smear on the stickers at all, and I absolutely loved it. So even though my sticker kits are mostly designed for the Erin Condren Vertical Planner, I really wanted to get creative and use this kit for the horizontal planner, because if you know out there, there's more vertical planner options in different shops than there are horizontal. So I wanted to showcase how you can use a vertical kit and a horizontal kit, or any kit that matter, because I'll be using a whole bunch of different layouts. So all I did was chopped them a little bit shorter to fit in the box, and it worked out perfect. I'm not even doing it perfect. I didn't measure. I just willy-nilly cut it with scissors, and it looks great in my opinion. So something else I did differently also was I decided to plan Sunday night to pre-prep my planner for the week ahead, instead of the last 2 weeks where I would plan each morning individual days. This really helped streamline my week for the week ahead and allowed me to kind of see the full picture of what was already planned, because my week does change almost dramatically from day to day, but there are some things that were already set that weren't going to change. So allowing me to have that time for creativity, to cut the boxes, figure out this new planning style, because I had never done the horizontal, was perfect, and it was really relaxing. And I think that's what we're all trying to do, is find that planner piece between being productive, being creative, making something pretty, but having time to do so, giving yourself me time. It's such a back and forth. I really liked how the horizontal planner had this little side box. I put all my important meetings and things like that on it, and I chose full boxes based on days that I was like, oh, I know I'm going to have a lot to do this day. I'm going to use a more open box. Oh, I'm not going to have that much this day. I'm going to use more of a decorative box. So that's how I kind of decided that. Then I also took the time to put these adorable date covers. These are some of my favorite date covers I've ever designed in the shop, and I've been already requested to use them as little deco books, so that might come in the shop soon. But it was just really nice to kind of pre-prep all the creative stuff so that it was ready to go for me each morning. I also knew that I wanted to use the washi sheet, but there was no washi bottom as the vertical planners usually do. So what I decided to do was take the washi sheet and kind of measure it and chop it so that it would fit in the top space, and it turned out super, super cute. I loosely cut it. Honestly, you guys, I don't do any exact measurements. I kind of like eyeball everything, and I'm comfortable with that. I felt like it looked really cute, very organic, and it's less stress for me. I turned it into a little page flag, and I added it to the top, and I really loved how that little accent was able to be added. I also wanted to use these weather icon stickers because right now it's spring, my garden is blooming, and the weather is so important based on what I can plant and what I can't plant, or if I should water in the morning. So I decided to do that, but you're gonna see in a second that I make a pretty big mistake and that I have to fix it. So since I'm used to planning each morning, it didn't occur to me that the dates that I had been putting starting Monday was actually Sunday's weather, because it was Sunday currently. So I went back, took all the stickers off, used the Tombow whiteout again, it's my best friend, and fixed all the weather because I was a day off. So that actually wasn't that difficult to do, and it was easy enough to kind of just pull the stickers up, and as if it never happened. That's what I love about stickers. You kind of can just cover up all of your flaws and nobody notices. But this method worked out great. I really actually like tracking the weather. The icons worked out perfectly in that little space. You can get the icons in the shop as a deluxe kit at a discount, or you can buy them individually depending on where you live and what your weather is. And I really enjoyed this process, so I think I'm going to continue tracking the weather each morning on my planner. I just really thought it was simple, and the icons were just too cute in the planner. Something else that I wanted to continue tracking, you guys know from last week, I love tracking my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but I used the script lettering stickers, which didn't fit in this planner because this planner has less space. So I decided to just use the half boxes and put BLD for breakfast, lunch, and dinner so I can continue tracking it. And I loved how clean and crisp and simple this process was. And I'm really glad that I was able to figure that out. I still wanted a space for gratitude, so I decided to use this really pretty gold and pink washi as a border to differentiate between one side or the other side. The left side was going to be just saved for the next morning's reflection, because I like to reflect about the day before in the morning time of the next day, and I really liked how it kind of separated everything and made it look really clean. You're gonna see that I wasn't a fan of like how it went all the way through, so I got really particular and was able to just kind of chop them so that there was that little gap in between each day, and I thought that looked even better. But it was Sunday, so I had time to do so. It was great. So I pre-planned my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I only do it every day because I notice if I do it for the whole week, I get overwhelmed and I don't stick to plan. So this is more of like a plan as I go process for my meals. And then to utilize the full space, I use the Erin headers on this side, and then I did a little 3-mark check box to do some errands that I could do before I went to Pilates class as a reminder. I also added this cute little Target Run sticker. It took me a while to figure out where I wanted it, but it ended up really cute. So now it's the next morning, you can tell because my sleeves change, and I decided I wanted to do some habit trackers, so I put Yoga with Adrienne. She's one of my favorite yoga YouTubers. I put that on top, and I had done that already in the morning, so I put a little heart on Monday, and then another one was going to track when I practice my Mandarin in the car. I've been using audio tapes every morning to work, trying to practice Mandarin, and that's been working out great, so I wanted to track my progress on that, and I wanted to do the same washi strip as I did on top of the left side onto the right side. So really I should have done this on Sunday, but I did it Monday morning instead. So to put the washi strip, I had to kind of lift that little Friday book date cover, which was fine, to make sure that I had enough room to put it on there. It turned out super cute, and then I was able to put my habit trackers on top of it. I really liked how the habit trackers were on top, very easy to see, and it kind of constantly reminded me to check if I had done those things. I also added a me time habit tracker for all the days that I gave myself a little bit of extra time for me. So it's Tuesday morning now, and I'm writing my Monday reflection for the previous day because I notice I'm a morning person and I just feel more refreshed and be able to really analyze or reflect upon the day, what went well, what I enjoyed, or what I could focus on during the morning. So then I took that time also to do my breakfast, lunch, and dinner fill in, and then that little kind of like L extra space I used as a way to do some little bit of to-dos for Sweet Fox Paperie. I really like it because it's not enough room to put a full to-do list to overwhelm me, but kind of just little important reminders, and then that barrier, that washi tape, ends up kind of being its own header area. I just thought it was a great use of space, and I really liked how it looked. So now it is Wednesday morning. I already wrote my reflection for Tuesday, but I covered it up because it's just a little personal and I wasn't having the greatest Tuesday, and I really wanted to make sure I documented that and my emotions and feelings. So I just covered it up for personal reasons. I hope you guys understand. But for Wednesday, I added some things, like I had to add a doctor's appointment, some things changed, and I added a Pilates class later, as you can see. So I added those little appointments so that I can remember that I had them. I did my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so everything's routine, but as you can see, things are way more streamlined. Things are easier and faster because I'm kind of getting into the groove of things, which is really nice because I want to have this as a great way to look back, but I also don't want it to take tons of time out of my day while still feeling like I still have creative liberties. So Thursdays I knew I had to do some Sweet Fox Paperie stuff, pack orders, and things like that. So I add that also to my little to-do list. The nice thing about this process and having these mini to-do lists is like they're mini goals. I have like my mental to-do list, which is like a bajillion miles long, but having these little goals and things made things seem less overwhelming. I just chopped my to-do list to make them smaller based on what I needed. This little heart checklist worked out perfectly because I can really alter them to be the length that they need to be. And this was going back and checking my habit trackers, and here we go adding the Pilates with a really pretty Clever Gal Crafts sticker. So right here, it is Thursday morning. I'm doing my Wednesday reflection, and you're going to see me cross out yesterday because I was trying to figure out, do I talk in the past tense or the current tense, considering the fact that I'm reflecting the next day. So I'm going to have to figure that part out, but I really enjoy this process of reflecting. I never run out of things to write about, and I just feel like I want a bigger space even more. Here you're going to see that I meal prepped the night before, but I didn't mark it. So I wanted to add that onto Wednesday because it affects like what I eat. And I just took one of these heart checklist full boxes and I chopped it and it fit perfectly in that little box. I really liked how that worked out and I was able to use that full box checklist. I did my breakfast, lunch, dinner as normal, and everything was set to go for the day. So it's Friday morning and I'm writing my Thursday reflection, and I just talked about how much I loved my Pilates class and it was finally found an exercise I think I'm going to really enjoy. So I wanted to document that. So I also updated some of my habit trackers. You're going to see that I haven't been really doing my yoga with Adrian in the morning. I felt really bad, but I didn't. And I put a canceled sticker on it using one of these scripts. And I think that's fine. And sometimes we just can't get through everything that we have goals for. So now it's Saturday and I'm updating my habit trackers. I'm going through and doing my Friday reflection for the previous day. And it's just a nice, relaxing Saturday morning. So the weekend I wanted to do differently like I did in my other spreads because I don't want to track my meals. This is when the weekend is when my husband and I maybe go out to eat or do meal prepping. So I don't feel as strict to track my meals and see what I like and didn't like because it's more of a treat weekend. And then I decided to use these to-do lists to put some to-do lists and goals. So these are not like strict to-do lists, like if I don't get these done, I'm going to feel bad about myself. But these are the goals of the weekend, whether it's to tidy, work on Sweet Fox Paperie, or garden in the garden. So I loved being able to take these full box checklists and just chop the bottom to be able to fit, and then just add a little bit of script headering on top as goals. Those worked out really, really cute, very organized and chic, and as you can see, I left a little bit of space still on the left for gratitude and journaling. I still have the weather, and this was really, really nice. I liked how the weekend was a little bit different, a little bit more creative, using those pieces in the kit to really fill in some of the space, and I liked this layout a lot, you guys. I liked the horizontal better than the vertical, which is crazy because I've been designing for the vertical for like 2 years now. And I've never explored the horizontal, but honestly, I really think the vertical stickers fit great in the horizontal planner. And being a full-time teacher, this is a way more accessible way for me to be able to put it out than designing an entire horizontal kit. So I'm going to keep using the vertical kit. Hopefully this is inspiring you. So if you have vertical kits at home and you have a horizontal planner, you can feel like you can interchange them and use them both. Also on here, I noticed that this notes section is very different than the Erin Condren vertical, which usually has this sidebar tracker. So what I decided to do for the notes section is turn it into like a gratitude for the week section. I covered up the top with washi, this really pretty gold washi that I thought was just very matching and worked really well with the kit. Someone's actually said that the Ancient Knowledge kit kind of reminds them of a Harry Potter kit, which I totally agree. I put Sparks Joy right there, and I just literally listed every single thing that sparked joy for me. So whether it was the Pilates class, a great meal, getting farther in my Mandarin book. I'm on book 2 now in the Pimsleur Mandarin series, which is like lessons 6 through 10, I believe. I highly recommend the Pimsleur series. I've been learning so much Mandarin, and if you speak Mandarin fluently, please let me know. I need someone to practice with. I really want to hone in. I love learning languages. I'm learning Russian, Mandarin, and of course I'm always working on my Spanish. And yeah, so I just wrote down what I love to eat, what made me happy, what I really felt like I did well this week, just little pieces of gratitude, and just a list of things that made me happy. So if there's ever a time where I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do, or I don't know what to eat, or I don't feel really great, I can come back to this list and be like, oh yeah, that's a great reminder of something that really made me happy. I added the weekend banner, but I forgot to pull the sheet down because I'm still getting used to this whole plan with me process. And yeah, I just added some deco. So this was one of my favorite spreads out of all the different spreads. So here's what's left over. You can see that I've chopped it to bits. It was very creative this week. And then I just took these little deco pieces and they fit perfectly in the little empty space right next to the date covers. I thought they were so cute, and it made me so happy to just kind of fill in all the little pockets with some deco. This deco is some of my favorite. I absolutely love this kit. I'm a very big reader, avid book lover, so if you guys love this kit too, and look how cute the little quill looks in my little Sparks Joy section. But I hope you guys loved this spread, and if you guys love this process, make sure you subscribe, like the video so I know and I'm motivated to keep going. Leave comments because I love reading those too, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks everyone. Bye.